theory. So history of Venn diagram. Venn diagrams were introduced around 1880 by John Venn. They are used to teach elementary set theory. So this is all about the set theory, and now we are using all these diagrams in probability, logic, statistics, linguistic, and computer sciences, even the social sciences. We are used to make the correlation of different type. Now let's see what is the next. So next is, so here you can see the different types of the diagrams. So all these are different things correlating in different ways. So from here we can say that these type of the relations and their linkages and their correlations, those can be beautifully, what we can say, these things will be, what we can say, we can visualize these relations with the form of these circles, these diagrams. So this is actually the real contribution and the real magic of Venn diagram. So you can see a lot of designs are interlinked with these, and those are actually what we can say the overlapping colors and designs and things just to create the new things. So here we can see that this is actually this what we can say the starting point, that is that the two, here we can see the two insects, they have the different properties. So here if you can read please this, read this one from the heading. Are you looking this screen?
G.
Can you read this? Please read this one.
Moths, dull colored, fly all night, rest with wings spread, fat, furry bodies, butterflies, brightly.
Just wait a minute. Actually, the moths and the butterflies. So we have the comparison. So this circle on the left side, so this is all the things relevant to this one, that is called moth, and this is the, what we can say, butterfly, and in this blue circle each and everything is written about the butterflies, and then this is a portion where if something is common, so we can just write down all those commonalities between these two. So let's see. First is this one, that what about the color is, that is dull, fly and light, rest with wings, fat, furry bodies, just like this one. It's a slightly, what we can say, fatty. And here if you are looking and closely observe these things, so that in that field is actually the pets or insect scouting. So anyhow, we are not going to detail, but we are just looking the main features of these two. Brightly colored, so dull and brightly, so those are the contrast. Flying during day, fast with wings up, thin, sleek bodies. So bodies are very sleek. Now let's see, this portion is things in common. Moths, butterflies both have two wings. So if you are just going to write the things, so we can say that two flat wings. So wings and 6 legs. So if you can count, here the legs are not visible, but they have counted that they have these two have the 6 legs. Eat nectar from flowers, and originally came from a caterpillar family of the insects. So these three things, these are common between these two, although they have contrast color and each and everything, but some features are common. So we will write this, and this will show that this area of this circle and of this circle is common. So overlapping or commonality can be represented by this shade. So let's see what is the next. So next is, so what we can say, the intersection. Venn diagram with no intersection. What I mean to say, as you know that intersection, how can we define the intersection of two sets? Please.
Common elements between two sets.
Yes. So common element, commonality, what we can say, the anything about either we are talking about the sets, the animals, or anything. If we are just looking some features, those are common to both the category. So there we can say that this is the intersection. So here we have the two circle basically, that is two-legged animal and water animal. So you can see that two-legged animal, bird, bat, hens. So there are so many. So bird is also included in that. We can count the hen. But anyhow, these are the water animals. You can see fish, whale, and platypus, and there are so many others. So these two sets are mutually exclusive. So here we are using the mathematical term exclusive. Mutually exclusive, an item belongs to one circle set or the other. There are no items that belongs to both groups. So from here we can see that there is intersection, no intersection, nothing is common. They are not overlapping. There is no commonality. So whatsoever, we are just getting the two types, two different kingdoms of animals. One is two-legged animals and the water animals. So nothing is what we can say common in general. There may be something, but we cannot trace at once that these things are common. So these are disconnected circles. So that's why there is no overlapping, there is no intersection. Disjoint circles or disjoint sets of the things. So the next is, so complementary set. Now let's see complement of a set. Please read this statement first.
The complement of a set is everything not in that set. Symbol A. The complement of water animals is the set not water animals is equals to bird, bat.
Yes. So actually complement in the set terminology, we can say that we have a universe. Here we have actually the two kingdoms. One is two-legged animals and the next is the water animals. So if we are just going to find the complement, so they are all belonging to this universe, this family that is represented by the rectangle. So in this way, what we can say, the complement that is the everything not in that set. So if we are just looking for the complement of this one, so A prime or A comma or whatsoever, there are so many different notations for the complementary set. So that is the minus each and everything. So minus of that set, that will be the complementary. Now let's see if we are just going to two circle Venn diagrams. Now let's see, you can see here the two circle Venn diagram. Here this greenish line circle, but we can say that two-legged animals, eagles, bats, and penguins. So penguins are two-legged animal, and these are what we can say the water animal. So these are also what we can say having two legs, but they are living in the water, penguin. And this is general observation that they are eating the fish, they are all the time, what we can say near the seas and in the deep waters, lakes, and so many things. So this penguins is also included in the what we can say water animals, and the penguins have two legs also. So that's why we can say that this area is the common area or common feature or common thing or common animals between these two kingdoms. So in this way, the common area, what we can say, that can be overlapped between the two circles. Now let's see. the union of two sets. Please read this one. This circle is of
Union of
two-legged
sets,
animals.
eagle,
that-
two-legged animals, eagles, bats, water animals, fish, eels, platypus, common penguins.
penguins. So this is what we can say the union. Now union, all that is represented by the gray color. So all this area which is included in this and also in this and also in the common area, that is called the union of two sets. So from here we can say that when we are making the diagram, so union can be represented as the collective area of both the circles, both the sets, collective elements. So either they are present in the first set or in the second or in the both. So we will not repeat the element once we are counting. So this is the whole area that is marked the gray color. The color is the same, and so that's why this whole is representing the union of two kingdoms of the animals, two-legged and water. These are just examples, easy examples for the understanding that how we are representing the union of two sets by these Venn diagrams, when each and everything is included and common thing is coming only once. So let's see. The next is Venn diagram with counts. Now we are just coming to the numbers. That is the what we can say our problem, that we are just talking about the numbers to represent the sets. Counts of items diagram. There are three animals that live in water, but all three of these are not animals that are two-legged. So what I mean to say, in this set, in the given set, there are only three enlisted, so they don't have two legs. And in this way, counts of items diagram is there are two animals which are two-legged, but they do not go into the water at all. So there, this is two-legged animal that is just like these two, eagles and bats. They will never go to water, in the deep water or in the water. Penguins that may go, and water animals, these are always there. So this one is out of that. So this diagram is just representing the common area. This is the overlapping area, overlapping animal, which is in this case, in this example, is only one. So now intersection of two sets. Please read this one from here.
The intersection is where the two circles overlap. The intersection of sets A and B is whatever data is in the green area of the diagram.
Yes. So now we have A and B. You can see this A and B, and this is a green area. So A is just overlapping with B, and the common area, that is the intersection of two sets. So we are just representing this intersection with this green color, because all the things, all the elements, each and everything is common, that common to A as well as to B. So that common area is colored green, and all those elements which belongs to what we can say which are also in A and also in B, so those elements will belong to this green area, that is common. That's why we can say intersection. So whenever you are given a problem, you are looking for the intersection of two sets, and you will have to represent your answer Venn diagrammatically. So Venn diagram is so simple. You will have to make the two circles. If something is common, so you will have to bring those common elements or common area all together, that will be overlapping, and in this way you will get this straightforward diagram. So this will be the answer. So that's why if you can understand all these diagrams, so there must not be any to get the answer. Now we are moving to the next, that is union of sets. As I was saying, that the two sets are over here, and all the area, including the common area and their individual area, that is colored the same color, the pink. All, each and everything is pink color. So that's why we can say this is the union of two sets. Now let's see the complement of a set. So it's a very interesting complement mean when you have the two overlapping set A and B. So here a complement of A is just each and everything excluding what I mean to say this green area. So A complement, we are looking for that. So the complement of all the data items not in the set, the complement in not in the set, negation, but you can say negation is also the one way to describe the complement. The complement of A is called A prime and is in the green area. So from here, you can visually see that if this is, these are the two sets and we are looking for the complement with respect to B set. So each and everything which is present in B, but that must not belong to A. So this is colored green. So here, although this portion is also included in B, but that is not satisfying the condition that that must not be in A. So that's why we are excluding this common area and we are getting only the green area. So when you will make the diagram, so you will have to take care of this point that although this portion, this area is belonging to B, but we are excluding. The reason is this, because at the same time, that area, all those things which are over here in this area are also belonging to A. So that's why what we, by definition, we are looking for those things which are not belonging to B and but not belonging to A, because we are looking for the complement of A. So that's why all those things which are over here, that should not be included in the green area, that is the complement of A. So B minus A, that will give you the complement. So we are just subtracting the whole A, including the common area, common things, and we are just getting this green, which is only in B, never belonging to A, all those. So that's why this is the green color. I'm sure that you are understanding with these diagrams, and finally you will get the answer of your problem also. So we'll solve that. So next, here you can see the complement of B. Now this is colored this just like that, because we are looking the complement of B. So each and everything that must not be included in A. So that will be only in B, because now this portion is also included in B. So we are looking for the complement of B. So that's why that should not be over there, because this is common to both. So this will be the complement with respect to A. Now one more thing is mutually exclusive sets. So here, if you can read this one, please.
Mutually exclusive sets have no common overlap. We can do union on these sets, but the intersection of these sets is nothing, or the null set or empty set.
Yes. So the most important thing is that these are mutually exclusive sets. So nothing is common. So if you are looking for the union, so we will have to get this and this all together, and we will get the union. But if we are looking for the intersection, so that will be the null set. Nothing is common. They are not overlapping. Not a single point is touching with each other. So that's why their intersection, the common area, is 0, and that's why no element in the set, that is called the null set or empty set. So it's a very simple, but these sets are called mutually exclusive. Now let's see what is next. So here, the very important thing is that subset within the set. What you can see, now you can see that this olive oil is also listed in the cooking oil. People use olive oil are a subgroup of all the people. They have everything in common with cooking oils. So here, this big circle is enlisted all those cooking oils, and olive oil is also part of that, the list of cooking oil. So that is the, what we can say, inside this big circle, and that's olive oil. So from here, from this diagram, we can say that the subset must be included to the bigger set. If there are two things, so one is the subset of the other, if that must be included in that must be the part of that thing. So that's why that is called the this olive oil, this greenish, light greenish color is representing this circle. So this is all about the subset, and that is called the superset, which contain the subset. That the bigger set is called superset. So subset and superset. The concept, when we will solve the problem by using the Venn diagram, so we'll have to recall these diagrams, these figures, that how we are making the diagrams. So let's see, the next one is, that was the problem, that using Venn diagram verify the following. So I have selected these two parts, and these are very what we can say very simple, in the sense that first part is that if A intersection complement equal to A, if and only if A and B are mutually exclusive. What I mean to say, that if you are just going to read this statement that A intersection B is equal to 5, that is the null set. So A and B must be mutually exclusive. So how will solve this? Look at this. So this bigger what we can say, the that is the universal set. That is the universal set. So what we can say, that this is the universal set U. Each and everything is enlisted over here. And this, let's suppose A and B, these are the two sets. And if this set is representing what we can say B set, and this is A. So the first thing is, if we just going back to the problem, so that was, look at this, that was the this was actually the, yes. Now look at this. So what I mean to say, that this if you can see this one, so we can say that the B complement, and B complement is represented the area which is not included and included in B, but that each and every portion that must be in U, including A also. So that is called the complement. Then we will have to take the intersection. If the answer is A, and this is only possible if and only if that A intersection B must be the empty set. So let's see, we are just moving to the their solution because we don't have the set, we don't have anything except this, that we can just mark that choosing the this is U. So if we are looking for the what I mean to say, the complement of B, so each and every thing that is included over here, this, everything, excluding this one. These red lines, each and every inch, including this one also. Now you can see my screen. So only the untouchable area was this, that was B. So this is all what we can say, that is the B complement. Are you getting this? B complement. Hello?
G. Hello.
All area. It's all area excluding this B set. This, all this, including this one also. This one also. That is the B complement. So now the A intersection B complement. The problem is that we are looking for A intersection B complement. Now from here you can see that what is that area, that B complement is all this and A is only over here. Can you see this one? This,
G.
this is the A. All that area is A. So if this is A and B complement is this one, So now here we can say that A is all that green area, and that is also red line, green and red. So that is also including the, what we can say, the commonality between this area, the complement of B, that is whole except this one. So the only thing is common is this one, this circle. And this is what? This area is representing set A. So the answer is A. Are you getting this? Is there any problem?
No.
Are you getting?
G.
Okay. Now let's see what we have done. So this we have proved. If and only if mean that they must be, what I mean to say, they must be mutually exclusive, their intersection. And this is only possible if A intersection B is null set. And from this diagram, you can see that between these two sets, this is B and this is A. Nothing is common. Nothing is common. So if you are taking the intersection A intersection B, so nothing is common. So that's why they have the empty set as the intersection. So this is possible. If we are getting the two mutually exclusive set, then the set and the complement of the other one must be equal to the first set A. This is our answer. So this, if we can draw this diagram, we will have to make this one and we will get, all right, this is the problem solved by, what I mean to say, by using Venn diagram, nothing more or less than this. I'm sure that you are just understanding this. Is there any confusion?
G.
Anything, any point which is not clear, you can ask now.
No.
Okay, so each and everything is clear. Now we are just moving to the next problem. Let's see what is the next one. So next one is this one. Look at this. This is another set. What I mean to say, that we are just generalizing this one. So let's suppose this is a A set. Okay, we can also do something over here. So this time I have represented the, what I mean to say, that if the things are in this way, that this yellow color, that is U, and this set is B, that is marked in this way. And here, if we can say that if we are just looking for this one, so this may be of this color or any other color. So from here we can say that this is actually marked over here. So whatsoever the operation we are just going to do between these two sets, we will have to color in different way. If we have the color, so we must use the color, otherwise we can use the lines also to solve the problem. Now if I am just going to clear all these things, and here we can say we have the two sets A and B, and if we are just moving to the next one, what I mean to say, the next screen, so that will be, so these are the, now let's see, this is the way to solve the question. Now I am just going to share the board for solving any problem which you are just looking for that. So let's see, I'm just going to share that one. So that is, my board is just flashing in to solve the problem. So let's see if I'm going to share this one. So let's see how we will share this. The new share is this way. Okay. this one. So let me clear the previous question. Now you must have a book, so you can ask any question. So I will solve this in front of you using this whiteboard. So what is that? Okay, please.
A minus B.
A minus B. So I am writing A minus B. Are you looking my screen? This board, it's visible?
G.
Okay. A minus B.
Intersection B.
A minus B and then intersection
B.
B. Is there a bracket?
G. A minus B bracket intersection B.
And this is B. So you have to prove this. You will have to prove this.
Yes, A minus B whole brackets intersection B is equals to empty set.
Empty set. Okay, good. So this is a good example. So first of all, we will just take the what I mean to say a universal set. This is our U, and we can say that, let's see, A, this is A, and this circle is B. So here we are just looking for the mutually exclusive sets A and B. So here we can say this is A, and this is B. So first A minus B. So A minus B is each and everything. What I mean to say, let's see, how can I draw this one with this color? So each and everything. So this is the region which is B minus A minus B. So A minus B, okay, this is actually A minus B. So we must restrict ourselves to this one, this area, not all those areas. This is not. So only the area is this one, because A minus B. A minus B is this one. So this is this. Now we are looking for the intersection. So intersection this and this. Here we can see nothing is overlapping, nothing is common. So we can write that answer is nothing, that is the empty set. So straightway this is our proof. But we will have to redesign in the sense that first of all we will have to, what I mean to say, if I'm going to refresh this one, so that is just like that, must be in this way, that this is our universal set. We should say this is U. Then we will have to draw our set B. Then we will have to use A set. This is A, and this is our what we can say, that was B. This is A, and our question was A minus B is intersection with A minus B intersection. This is U. Intersection with B, that was empty set. So first of all we will look for A minus B. So let's see what is that A minus B. So A minus B is in this way, that A minus B. If you are looking A minus B, so A minus B, so this will be this area, only this area. These lines are representing A minus B. Now the next is that A minus B, this was this part, this was, and this was represented by these colors, these lines, this, and now intersection. So we are looking for the intersection, and next is B. So B, you can see this B. So B is nothing. What I mean to say, B and A intersection. This one and intersection mean nothing is common, no overlapping. So that's why that will be nothing. What I mean to say, nothing mean pi set, and this is our right hand side. Okay. So any other problem?
No.
I'm sure that you must not have any concern about that. So if the problem is coming in the test or in the paper, so what you will have to do, you will have to just any problem there. Let's suppose if this is the universal set and there are two sets which have some portion in common. What I mean to say, this is a common area. So if you are asked to find something, so you will have to just rematching or recoloring the things in this way or any shaded area, and then you can use the other things just to draw the other areas, and then you will have to make the lines and you will have to put the arrows that this is the A complement, this portion is A intersection B, and here you can say this whole, if you are just coloring for the union, so you can say this A union B, that is the whole area. So in this way, nothing, what I mean to say, only the pictorial view is required. So you will have to solve this one. You will have to write down all those elements in the summary, that A is what we can say 1, 2, 3, 4 outline. And in this box, you are not supposed to write anything, because this is only the diagram. These are the Venn diagrams. So whatsoever you are doing, so that must be separately done over here or around that, but you will get the answer in this way. So is there any question?
No.
I'm sure that you have the full-fledged idea of this Venn diagram, and you will be in a better position to solve that, because that question may be any length. So if the question is lengthy, so you can draw more than one diagram also. One more thing is that I should say, let's suppose, let me explain this point, because a lot of students asking about this, that in the one diagram, it's a very difficult to draw the one diagram. Let's suppose if you are just using this diagram for the complement of this. So this is one. Here you can say that this is the B complement. Then all of the sudden you are asked to find the, what I mean to say, the B complement. So with respect to U, this is actually A minus B. This is A minus B. But if you are asked to find out A complement with respect to U, U minus A, then you can draw the next diagram also, where you can put that this is your A, and once again you can say that this is your B, and now you are looking for U minus A. So U minus A will be just like what I mean to say, in this way, this. So respect to U now, so you can draw the second diagram also. It's not necessary that you should solve each and every question with the one diagram. So you can draw that this is the A complement with respect to G. Similarly, if the third thing is that you are looking for that those two overlapping circles are there, overlapping sets. One is this one, and the second is, let's suppose, this one. And if you are looking for the intersection, so you must write your intersection this way, this, and you can say that this is A intersection B. That is A intersection B. So what we can say that this was the A intersection B. So let me, my board is disappeared. So let me locate this one. Once again, I will have to share that board that was over here. Now, can you listen my sound? I'm sure that
जी
the
जी
this was my board has gone over here from here. So I'm sure now it's a sharing now.
जी
This was. Can you see my board which is being shared over here? Now,
जी
this one,
जी
this one. So what I
जी
was saying, that was the A intersection B. Similarly, in the fourth diagram, you can draw as many diagram as just to complete your question. So at the same time, if you are looking for the A intersection A union B also, so what you will have to do, you can draw one more diagram. That is A, and one more is what we can say, this is your B, and you are looking for the union. So what you have to do, you can draw one more diagram, that is this whole area is representing the A union B. A union B. A union B. So in this way, I'm sure that each and everything is clear now. So you will be in a better position to solve that. Okay.
जी
So
जी
this is all about that. And if there is any queries, so you can ask anytime. So it's a
जी
time to say Allah Hafiz. Is there anything else you want to ask?
no
Okay. Thank you very much.
thank you Allah Hafiz.
Allah Hafiz.